it is. Live. And in effect. I'm high yelling. It's the motherfucking download. Download. Man, I gotta tell you, I feel so good. It's like when you lift weights and you're really straining your body. It's like, oh my God, this hurts. And then it's like after you do the cool down and the relax, like later, it's like, I feel great. I feel great now that I'm not stressing out my muscles. But it's the same thing when you like work overtime for 6 fucking months. And one of those months you worked 24 days straight. Yes, I did that. I worked 24 fucking days straight. One after another. And after working all that overtime, like working a regular shift, a regular 40 hours, it's like I'm on vacation. Holy crap. It's like I'm going home. Go to work at 6. I'm going home at 2:30. It feels great. It feels awesome. But anyway, so listening to the Joe Rogan show. Whoo! The one I'm listening to right now. Ooh, boy, it's a beast. I've got all kinds of emotions. I'm kind of mad. I'm in agreement. It's like I'm in disagreement. I'm in agreement. I'm hot. I'm cold. Woo. It's a beast of a podcast. He's on there with this guy Douglas Murray, who it's like there's times when I'm agreeing with him, and then there's times where I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He doesn't seem to take race issues as seriously as I think that he should. I think there's places where he's giving short shrift to issues that are important to transgender people and issues around homosexuality and stuff like that. Because I'm of the opinion that these issues are important to these people because they're tired of the bullshit. Same thing with race. It's like all these issues are so enormous and they're so in our face right now because people have had enough. Black people have had enough. They're tired of being lied to. They're tired of fucking being beaten. They're tired of fucking getting the shitty end of the stick financially. Gay people are tired of being fucked with. Transgender folk, they're tired of fucking living in the closet and trying to and pretending like trying to be something that they're not. But at the same time, I know that I fall into this category. I'm tired of the fucking cancel culture. I'm tired of the idea that people will take away your living for saying the wrong thing. And for not being, for not being PC enough. Because I'm not perfect now, and I certainly wasn't perfect when I was younger. I had points of view that I definitely do not have now that would be considered offensive. On the playground, we played games that were kind of fucked up. The names of the games were pretty fucked up. The fact that I don't want to fucking say the names right now because it's like, if I say the names, how many people are going to fucking dislike me, even though that's not who I am now. The fact that liberal people are doing what I fucking hated about conservatives back in the day. Conservatives taking people's opinions from back in the day and then holding them to that opinion now, or fucking wanting to cancel people, or that shit. I remember watching this thing where there was, I forget what the lady's name was. This is this black lady who was talking about her growth moment because she went from a position where she was very shitty to white people and recognized that she had her mistake and the flaw in her thinking. and ended up becoming very good friends with this white person that she had kind of wronged. And they took that interview and they picked apart the part where she had admitted to doing some, to not giving someone. It was this white person who was looking for a loan from, it was like a government loan, and she was not giving this person her A game. And they played that and tried to represent that as if that was her today. Even though it was this beautiful story of upliftment and a story of recognizing who you are. And it's like, I have stories like that. And I'm almost afraid to say it because the people that I think are on my side and the people that I side with would destroy me about that. I have some stories of when I was young. I did not understand homosexuality. If I'm being completely honest with you, there was a time I was just like, that's gross. And if I'm being honest, the reason I thought it was gross really had nothing to do with the act. It really had more to do with men and who fucking men are, and really kind of me seeing men through the eyes of women, of how women see men as a bit of a threat. Because a man that you don't know is a possible threat. And if I'm being honest, that's kind of how I was seeing gay people. That this is a man who might take it from me. But this is also when I was 13 years old. And through basic logic and also having empathy and seeing their plight through the same plight of being mixed in America and having to deal with racism, I realized that I was seeing shit wrong. It doesn't matter what I think about what they do and how they live their lives. That's none of my goddamn business. And people should be allowed to be fucking happy, like I wanted to be. You know? Used to get very upset when people would talk negatively about interracial mixing and shit like that. And I saw that I was being as shitty to them in my thoughts as those people were being to me, outright. And all that shit was just thoughts. I was never like shitty person, because let me think, because I don't want to say something that's not true. But I would, off the top of my head, I'd have to say that I was never like someone that had like a negative thought about someone, like as far as that goes, and never acted upon it. You know, I never bullied anybody. I bullied somebody one time in my life, and the reaction that I got was so perfect. Because I was not a bully before that. I got caught up in that whole like wanting to belong. So I kind of was shitty to the person that everybody else was shitty to. This was like when I was in camp. I think I was like 12 years old, and this kid. I think I was about 12 years old, and this kid that nobody liked. That a lot of people talk shit about. I don't remember what he did, but it was nothing. And I know, and it's so embarrassing. It's so fucking embarrassing. But even now, even so much longer later, it's so embarrassing. But I kind of pushed him and was bullying him and using my size to kind of push him around. And I didn't physically hurt him, but I emotionally hurt him. And I know, because I've been in that situation before. Matter of fact, I was in that situation about 5 minutes after I did this shit, and it fucking really clicked into my head how fucking shitty it was. But yeah, I was using my size, and I pushed him on his bed and was talking shit to him, and he started getting a little bit, little tears in his eyes. He was trying to hold him back and shit like that, and I just felt uncomfortable with the whole thing, and I walked out, but all like, yeah, look what I just did. Somebody told the camp counselor. Now, there's a big difference between a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old. Or he was either 16, 17, he was about that age. So, there's a big difference. Big difference in those years. One, respect level. You're 12 years old, you have a lot of respect for 16 and 17-year-olds because they're the And this guy was he was one of the cool camp counselors. He was like, the man. Someone told him. And he came and found me. And he pushed me up against the wall and didn't let me move. Had his hand on my chest and gave me the what for. And there I was, holding back my tears. Because I got dressed down by the cool kid, and he was definitely big enough he could beat my ass. There was no doubt about it. And that's a very uncomfortable, and I'm sure it's the same way for everybody. I'm talking from my point that is a very scary position to be in, for someone to physically threaten you, and for you to know that the only reason you didn't get your ass kicked is because they decided not to kick your ass. And that changed me forever. It was like I wasn't a bully before then. I got my little taste. I got my little taste of being a bully. And then I found out what that was all about. And I was very, 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 very embarrassed. And ashamed of myself. And I don't know if I could say proudly or whatever, but I became the bully smasher, which is, I don't know if that's, I don't know. It is what it is. If I'm being honest in my heart, I do feel like I redeemed myself by being the person that would stand up for people and not let people get bullied, whether it be physically or verbally. After that, where was I going with that? I was talking about not understanding homosexuality, and then I don't know. I guess the point is that people change, and you don't want to be judged today by something you did in the past. And someone could take the story that I just said and just clip it and represent that as who I am today. And I don't like that. But at the same time, I don't like people pretending like the issue, like one of the things that Douglas Murray is talking about is the American history. And the point of view that he seems to be putting out is that there is too much of a negative emphasis on American history. And my point of view is there's not enough attention paid to the negative American history, and that we've been lied to all our lives, and it's about time that they're fucking honest about the truth. I don't want dishonesty. I don't want these people to be represented in a way that's not true, but in the negative sense. I don't want people to talk about these people like they are these horrible individuals of ill repute, and not recognize that they are people of their time, and that things that were appropriate 100, 200 years ago are not appropriate now. But that doesn't mean that we ignore who the fuck they were and who these people were. The other day I heard something, and I have to look into a little bit more, but I heard some very negative stuff about Benjamin Franklin, and I have to admit I was a little bit taken aback. You know, I'm an electrician. You know, I like Benjamin Franklin. Turns out he may have been a real piece of shit. I don't necessarily like hearing that, but then again, I also don't like subscribing to lies and falsehoods and stuff, and I think that we are doing all of ourselves a disservice to continue telling these bullshit stories. About our past. You know, we were not the good guys in World War II. We weren't the bad guys, but we certainly were not the fucking good guys. We played a very tricky, fucked up game of let everybody else get killed, and then we will come in and be the rescuers. We let everybody else get fucked up. Also, mainly Russia. We let Russia take the full brunt of Germany and Japan. While we were like, yeah, we'll get in there. So, and then of course, you know, Vietnam. You know, that's the one that we're just now willing to start accepting and shit. But like when I was a kid, you know, because I came from a bit of a liberal upbringing and stuff like that, I was very negative about Vietnam. But man, especially when I came out here to Texas, that was I got a lot of crazy looks from people when I was like, the Vietnam War was wrong, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna end this rant here because I got to go into the store and get my coffee. Those of you who listened to my rant this morning know that I did not have enough creamer to fully cream my coffee, and I need to make sure I get some creamer because I do not want to drive to 7-Eleven to get my creamer tomorrow, leaving me uncaffeinated for the first hour of being awake. I like to wake up in the morning, get my coffee going, drink a small cup while I'm getting ready, and then on my ride to work and for the first hour of work, I'm sipping on my coffee, and I don't like having to start that late. But anyway, I hope everybody had a good day. I know I did. Have a great one. Gotta do this, get this creamer and head on home and get my little smoke on. Everyone have a great day. The rest of your day. Have a great evening. I'm High Yella, and this has been The Rant.